there's a sense of, there's a bit about the past in Budapest that's hinted at in previous films. Do we ever get to know about those details? Hi, my name is Sudhir Srinivasan. I represent the cinema division of the New Indian Express.
All right.
Hi. Okay, so to get this started, I want to ask you this. You play a superhero who wields a bow and an arrow.
Yeah.
And you're surrounded by more or less a lot of invincible people. Yeah. You have a god, you have a person who turns green and becomes near indestructible.
Right.
So where do you see this person among all these people?
In the mosaic of what you just mentioned, where it's obvious the weaknesses of Clint Barton or Hawkeye, when you're talking about a god or a Hulk smash a thing, everyone has a weakness. Everybody does. And it takes a collective to be invincible or potentially invincible. And that's what's great about the universe of Marvel. When you create a superhero that's flawed, or even just a hero that's flawed, you don't have to be super. That creates for great screenwriting and great any storytelling.
Right. And I think it's interesting because I think Laura Barton, I think in a previous film, says that you help make the rest of the people feel grounded in a sense.
That's been that's been a wonderful part of, again, it's not a flashy part of the universe, right? But it is a grounding rod for, this is the reason why we're doing it all for anyway, isn't it?
Right, right.
So it may not be the flashiest thing, shooting lighting or flying around or doing these things, but the end game of it all, maybe, is, what are we ultimately doing it for?
Right.
And
right.
That's what I have in spades.
And it's interesting, you're on and off from the films,
yeah.
Because it seems to me that Hawkeye himself constantly has to deal with his own sense of belonging among the Avengers.
Well, I mean, the belonging, I think is always there. It's ultimately like to where do you ultimately want to be? Where do you ultimately want to be? Mm-hmm. I feel like that was established in Ultron when the family unit was kind of brought in.
Right.
World is like, oh yeah. And there's a secret that he had from all his friends,
Right.
It was the greatest gift, by the way, from the writers and from Kevin Feige and Joss Whedon at the time.
How do you view this conflict between having a family and constantly risking his own survival in trying to save the world?
That's a superpower. That's a superpower.
Right.
That's a superhero with no superpowers.
Right.
Well, that's a superpower.
Right.
Mess with a man's family.
Right, right. And as a final question, I understand that, you mentioned that you've saved your family from the rest of the heroes. You haven't really revealed your family earlier.
Correct.
Except Black Widow, of course.
Yeah.
There's a sense of, there's a bit about the past in Budapest that's hinted at in previous films. Do we ever get to know about those details?
I think the creative minds of the fans are always more interesting than the actual truth. And the actual truth, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you.
Right.
But I think the fans have a much more interesting sort of idea of what that is.
Right.
Always.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much for this conversation.
My pleasure.
Thank you.